Prosser races back and gets onto that one. Puck skated forward by Prosser all the way down. She'll fire a shot over the net. Puck out into the neutral zone, chased back by Dolly. Fires a shot wide of the net. Garner gets to it, but moves it forward right to that Elk River player. Puck thrown wide of the net. Now Dolly will get it. Dolly throws it out to center ice. Puck bounces up into the bench. All right, do we have sound now, guys? Face-off one back by the Elks. Laid forward. Across center ice, across the blue line. Into the zone, centered. Peterson just watches that one. Oh, good. Thank you, Brady. I had to restart the whole app. I had tried restarting the stream a couple times. Now the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Bouncing around. Fired across, far side. Not going to make it for icing. Picked up by the Elks. Stars trailing 2-1. Davis on it. Deflects off the Elks player's foot and wide of the net. Now the Elks will dump it down. That's going to come all the way down for an icing. All right, glad we got that audio figured out. I had to restart the whole app and get on the Wi-Fi, I guess. All right, Stars trailing 2-1 with 6:23 remaining in the second period. Puck bouncing around in the face-off dot. Prosser plays it into the corner. Now she's knocked down. Puck comes out off the wall. Hepner has it. She'll fire a shot off a shin pad and wide. Moved out to the point, held in by Willa. Now bounces out. Now shoved back in by Prosser, and that'll be offsides. All right, puck pushed in to the Elk River zone. Now moved back out. And Willa Prosser will play it forward to Akerson, who fires it in. Picked up in the near side corner by Elk River and pushed forward to the blue line. And now it comes out to Akerson. Akerson plays a pass one into the far side of the zone. Hits the brakes. Pulls it past that girl. Behind the net, gets it out to Hepner. Hepner fires a shot off a shin pad there. Good stick from Willa Prosser, and that'll be offsides. All right, face-off will come just outside of the Elk zone. Stars are trailing 2-1 with 5:20 remaining in the second period. Puck fired in by Dolly. Skated across center ice by the Elks, pressured by Emery. They'll throw it in. Now Wagner back to get it. Wagner behind the net, fires it off the glass, out to the point, thrown back in by Elk River. Picked up by Dolly in the far corner. She tries to shovel it along the wall up to Garner. Now it's pinned up against the wall. There, now the puck pops out. Garner kicks it forward to Emery. Emery Prosser with it across center ice into the zone. Cuts past one, brings it back to a forehand. Shot high and wide of the net. Pressure put on by Hagelin. Gets a stick around her neck and can't control that. Wagner will throw it on from deep. Hagelin gets a rebound chance. Puck bouncing around in the feet of Balloon. Now it'll come out past Dolly out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Wagner. Wagner hits the brakes. Now moves it forward out of the reach of Martinka. Now Martinka steps in front of that pass and gets it into the zone. Davis will come away with it. Davis is pulled down as she fires a shot, and the Stars will go on the power play. Face-off coming to the right side of this Elk River goaltender. Nope, just kidding. They moved it over to the left. I should quit trusting the girls to line up on the right side. Face-off won by Balloon. Pulled back out to the point for Hepner. Hepner fires a shot. Goalie will catch it and hold on. Face-off now coming to the right side of this Elk River goaltender. Won by Balloon to the near side boards. Played out to Hepner at the point. She'll throw one towards the net. Elk River plays it off the side of the net, and now around to the far side boards. Prosser steps in, fires one towards the net. Is tipped up. Goalie gets a blocker on it to move it wide to the net. Now up to the near side boards. Akerson has that taken from her. Good stick work there from Hepner. Turns that puck around. Now up to the far side of the zone. Akerson will fire a shot. Glove save held on to by the goalie. All right, Prosser will take the draw for the Stars. She wins it back to Wagner. Wagner fires a shot into the shin pads in front of her. It comes right over to Prosser. She'll fire a shot. Tipped wide of the net by Barton. Wraparound attempt. Goes off the goalie's leg and back out. Centering attempt. Comes through. Elk River's able to clear that one and touched by Wagner, so it won't be icing. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Stars. Willa Prosser turns back around. Hits the brakes behind the net. Fires it forward up in the air over Akerson's stick. Now it comes back to Akerson across center ice into a snow pile and slows down. Elk River takes it. They'll throw it forward. Picked up by Wagner. She fires it into the zone. Comes back to her at the point. She gets a stick on it. She'll fight through that. Play it at the near side wall. Throws one on. Off the goalie's leg and sitting in the crease. Now the Elk River girl will clear it out. Dolly plays that one down to the corner. Akerson tries to get it to Prosser. Penalty is expired for Elk River. Prosser fires a shot over the goalie's head and over the net. Picked up by Hagelin. She throws one on the goalie and in the net! Hagelin scores from behind the goal line, off the goalie's leg and in. Tying this game at 2 with 2:20 remaining in the second period. 2-2 with 2:20 left in the second period. And I think I'm correct saying that is Sophie's first of the season. Faceoff sits underneath the centers. Hagelin gets a stick on it, but Elk River pushes it forward into the zone. Garner's back to grab it. Garner behind the net. Has trouble with that one. Through the feet of that Elks player. And now sitting there, now they'll push it back down towards the net. Wagner behind the net with it. Into the corner. Now the puck comes off the back of the net. Picked up by Dolly. Chips it off the boards right to the Elk River player. She'll throw it centering attempt off of Wagner's feet. Puck along the far side wall. Nobody seems to want it. Played towards the net. Peterson will play it off and give it to Balloon. Balloon skates forward with it. Cross center ice. Into the zone. Has that puck tipped off of her, sticking over the wall. Puck comes out to Dolly. She'll fire one in behind the net. Pressure put on by Martinka. Now Davis steals that pass. Davis is knocked down. Puck played out by Emery Prosser to Willa Prosser. She'll fire a shot off the defender in front. She kicks it forward to her teammate. Out to the point for Hepner. Now bounces off of Hepner's leg and rolls along the blue line. Played forward by Elk River into the zone for their waiting player. Now pushed down to the end, just under a minute remaining in the period. Will Prosser skates out with it, kicks it up to herself, then off the wall and out to the neutral zone. Fired in by Elk River. Puck's behind the net. Puck's along the far side wall, played up by the Elks, centered. Shot and a goal. And Elk River takes a 3-2 lead with 33 seconds remaining in the period. Face off, pulled to this side by Balloon, comes back to Dolly. She moves it forward, back to Balloon. Now it goes across to Akerson. Akerson sneaks past one. She'll fire a shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Puck goes to the end wall. She'll try to clear it, but Dolly's there. She throws one at the net. It's tipped wide of the net. Picked up by the Elks. She's going to try to play it up the wall. Dolly's there for it. Dolly throws another one. Deflects wide. Now Balloon will go get it in the far corner. Balloon can't get a shot off. She runs into the Elks player. Now it comes out to Wagner. Backhand shovels it forward to Barton. Barton centers to Akerson. She scores! Tying the game 3-3. 4.8 seconds remaining in the second period, and the Stars have tied the game 3-3. Face off, pulled to this side, and that should do it for the period. All right, we'll be back with third period action here. Stars tied it up 3-3 with 4 seconds remaining in that period. All right, back for third period action. Stars in black moving from left to right. The Elks in red moving from right to left. Tied at 3-3 to start this third period. Face-off drop, pulled back to Hepner. Hepner skates it forward and plays it up to Barton, who gets it to Akerson. Akerson fires one, it deflects wide of the net. Picked up by Balloon in the corner. Now bounces right back to her in her feet. Pulls it to the corner. Pulls it out of the corner. Tries to get it up in front of the net. Bounces off the side of the net. Puck out to the point. Held in by Willa Prosser. She'll fire a shot. Deflects in front. Comes out of the zone. Good back check here by Macy. Willa skates it forward into the zone offside. Akerson was a step in front of her. Prosser will take the draw for the Stars. The puck is won over the near side boards, played forward by Wagner. Elks try to clear it out of the zone, bounce off a skate and back into the zone. Now it comes out to center ice. Emery Prosser skates it. Comes forward across center ice into the zone. Pass one, shoots into the goalie and then wide of the net. Puck held in, now it's bounced out. Garner with a great back check there. Gets that puck out of the zone and offside's called. Balloon, Davis, Martinka out there for the Stars. Balloon wins that draw over to Davis, then skates over to her herself. Brings it into the far side of the zone along the wall. Now Davis will push it forward to the corner. Puck played out by the Elks. Chipped off the boards and out to the neutral zone. Wagner back to get it. She'll play it off the wall. Thrown in by the Elks. I don't know how that wasn't offsides, but picked up on the end wall by Wagner. She'll ring it off the boards right out to the point and over the stick there to force the Elks to regroup. Now they bring it in that far side of the zone, but Dolly steps in front of that attempt. Puck comes back to Wagner. She throws it off the boards. It's on its end rolling. Picked up by the Elks as the Stars go on a change. Tipped in. And Hepner will skate onto it. Hepner behind the net. Moves it forward. Barton's pass blocked off a shin pad. Now the Elks will take it. Skating in. Shot deflects up in the air. Peterson will cover and get a whistle. All right, Elk River wins the face-off. They throw it towards the net. Willa Prosser gets in front of it. Now it's bouncing around. Comes out to the point. Shot from the point. Deflected by Willa Prosser wide of the net. It comes up the near side wall. Akerson gets a stick on it. Gets it out to the neutral zone. She's in a foot race. Gets to it. Fires a shot. Oh, wide of the net. Picked up by Barton along the far wall. She's pressured. Now Elk River will step away with the puck. Puck moved into the Star zone, but picked up by Willa Prosser. She hits the brakes, and she's knocked down. Now Emery with it. Emery moving up the near side wall. Passes across to Barton, but Barton's going for a change. She wasn't even looking. Now it's dumped back into Willa. Willa moves it up the near side wall. Picked up by Elk River in their own zone. Puck played in by Dolly. No, Hagelin gets a stick on it, comes back out to Dolly. Dolly fires one in off of the post. Balloon will pick it up behind the net. Tries for the wraparound off the goalie's foot, and she's got it covered. Face off, won by Balloon. Comes over to Garner and her feet. She gets it to pop out, but Elk River will take it. They move it forward up the center ice. Balloon back checking, puts pressure on, keeps that girl wide. Thrown to the middle. Peterson plays it. Now she's got it covered. Face off in the far side corner in the Star zone. Prosser will take the draw. Puck pulled out to the point. Shot put wide of the net. Wagner will skate over to it. Turn, fires it across the ice. Picked up by Davis. She falls down. Elks will move it forward. Back to Wagner into the zone. Wagner off the near side boards. Out to center ice. Played by the Elks all the way down into the zone. Wagner's going to have to get to that one first. Oh, sorry, that was Hepner got to that one first. Fired by the Elks, but stopped by Emery. Kept in by the Elks. Now Wagner will go get that one. Fired off the far wall, out to the point, but not out. Now Wagner gets it. Now she'll fire it to the near side boards. Elk River will take it. Barton steps in front of that one, so the pass goes to Hepner. Hepner plays it forward to Balloon. Balloon tries to center off of a skate and back to the wall. Now comes the far side boards. Prosser is able to catch up to her and slow her down. Leaves that puck there. Hand pass. And that'll be whistled for a hand pass. All right, face-off coming just outside of the Elk zone. Pulled back by the Elk River center. Thrown up the near side to their wide open player. She skates into the zone. Centers off of Hepner's foot and wide of the net. And comes forward to Barton. Barton along the far wall. Hits the brakes. Looks for Akerson. Gets it forward into the Elk zone. Elks have skated up the near side. Into the zone. She throws it on net. Peterson will play it away. Puck played forward by Dolly, and the Elks will take that at center ice. Now it's into the zone, picked up by Emery Prosser. Emery moves it forward, picked up by Akerson at the blue line. She'll chip it off the boards. Now the Elks will move it back forward. And into the zone around Wagner. Shot wide of the net by the Elks. Moved out to the point. Shot wide of the net. Picked up on the near side boards by the Elks. Nope. Hagelin gets to that one and gets it out of the zone. Emery Prosser finds it. Gets it up to the neutral zone. Now Wagner steps forward to bring that one up. Elks get it, try to get it out. Can't. Now Balloon steps through with that one. She's pestered. Throws a shot over the net and into the glass. Picked up by Balloon. Hits the brakes. Tries to get it to the middle. Has trouble with the puck on her stick. Now it comes out, and they also skated out to the neutral zone, but Garner takes it. Puck pushed forward by Hagelin. The Elks will skate it through their zone out to the neutral zone. Hepner intercepts that pass at center ice. Hepner up the far side. Tries to get a shot. It's deflected wide of the net. Puck comes to this near side wall. Puck bounces out from the wall. Willa Prosser skates it into a defender, but then Emery takes the puck. She'll bring it into the zone. Gets it on her forehand. Shot. Bounces off the goalie, and she'll cover. Three to 3 the score currently. 7:30 remaining in the third period. Face off, pulled to the near side boards by Balloon, then played by Akerson up to Wagner. Now dumped back into the corner and along the end wall. Akerson, wraparound attempt off of the goalie. Another shot, doesn't make it all the way into the crease. Out to Dolly at the point. Dolly fires one, hits Akerson in front. Now the Elk River player will get it out of the zone. Wagner off the boards and into the zone. That'll come out to center ice for an intentional offsides. Balloon, Akerson, Barton, Dolly, and Wagner out there for the Stars. Akerson with it. Loses it as she comes into the zone. Played forward by the Elks. Long pass across the far side. Dolly steps in front and takes that one. Moves it back to the neutral zone. Elks will skate that forward. Up the far side. Centers across. Peterson makes the save. Now Emery Prosser will take it out. Brings it in on her forehand. Shot over the net and into the glass. Puck moved out to the neutral zone. Garner finds it. Puck brought in offsides. Face off taken by Prosser. She pulls it back to Willa Prosser. Willa moves it forward out to center ice. The Elks take it and they pass it across where Hepner intercepts and moves it back out to the middle. Thrown in by the Elks. Willa's going to give chase. Willa takes the puck behind the net, moves it forward to Garner, but the Elks get a stick on it, move it back to Willa. Willa reverses course off the boards. Now she'll skate past one. Off the boards, passes it right to the point. Dump back in. Now Hepner will bring it out this way. Puck dumped into the zone, but Garner's there. She loses it. Comes out of the zone. Now Davis gets onto that puck. And the Elks move it back to the neutral zone. Picked up by Martinka. Left there, and then Wagner gets it. Wagner will fire that one in from center ice. Bounces off the end wall. Picked up by the Elks. Pressure put on by Balloon. That puck's sitting right next to the crease, underneath the goalie. .5:25 remaining in the third period. Tied score still, 3-3. Face off, pulled back by the Elks. They'll skate it behind their own net. Back into the corner. Pass is deflected, but still gets to its intended target. Now it's passed forward. That's going to make it all the way down for icing. Face off, come to the right side of that Elk River goaltender. Face off, won by the Elks, but then Barton steps in, pressures in the corner, takes her off that puck. Now Emery Prosser steps away with it, loses it there to a defender. Puck comes through Hepner's feet, but now it comes back through the center face off that by the Elks. Into the near side of the zone, stick on it by Emery Prosser. Now Willa gets it. She pulls it away from one. Now gives it to Akerson. Akerson finds a pass to Emery Prosser all alone. Shoots it into the goalie's glove. Good save by the goalie on that 1-0 breakaway. Face-off will come to her left side now. 4:38 remaining in the third period. Face off, push forward by Prosser. She smacks at it, tries to get it towards the net. Now it comes out to the near side boards. Willa steps in, but puck comes underneath her stick, and the Elks take it and bring it out of the zone. Hapner moves it back forward, and the Elks will take it back, skate it along the blue line. Centered through the crease and past everybody. Out in the neutral zone, Emery Prosser putting pressure on. Passes it, but it goes right back to the Elks player. Good stick from Willa, saves that one from being problematic. Puck moved forward by Wagner, taken by the Elks. Pressure put on by Akerson. She'll bring it into the zone. Centers. Through Wagner, through Balloon, and now the Elks will take it. Elks up the near side wall. Pressure put on by Hepner, forces that puck along the wall. Now comes through. The Elks take it, and Willa Prosser will step in and grab that puck. 3:38 remaining in the period. Now Wagner with it. She'll fire it up to this near side wall. The Elks will take it. They try to get it forward. It's picked up by Akerson. Akerson throws it into the zone. Puck bounces off the side of the net. Taken by the Elks in the far corner. Can't get it out. Dolly steps in front of it. Dolly will step in. Chip that one towards the net. Now it comes back to her. Puck bouncing around under everybody's feet. Now Emery Prosser will take it. Emery skates through the center, brings it into the zone, dumps it. Barton putting pressure on. Knocks one down. Dolly will throw a shot in. Barton gets it behind the net. Puck comes out to Emery Prosser. Dolly throws a shot, blocked in front by a defender. Now chipped off the wall. Willa's going to have to get to it. She gets there, leaves it at center ice. But the Elks move it back forward and get it into the zone. Good pressure put on there. Now it comes into Garner's feet. She moves it forward. Puck played across the Elks. Now back this way. Puck dumped into the zone by the Elks. Picked up by Dolly in the corner. Now the puck bounces under Garner. Garner off the boards and gets it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Elks. 2:12 remaining in the third period. Elks pass it up to the blue line. They'll dump it in. It's tipped. Now it goes behind the net. Oh, she's all alone back there. And Balloon skates onto it and pressures her, takes that puck away. Comes right out to the point, fired in wide of the net, off of the back of the net. Puck's behind the net, big battle for it. Now the Elks will step away with it. Shot from the point, blocked by the Elks player, and then she tries to backhand it and sends it wide. Puck pass through the neutral zone up to Akerson. Akerson up the near side. Throws one towards the goalie. She can't get to it. Puck sitting there at the edge of the crease. Now comes out in front of the crease. Played out. Hepner will get to it. Hepner throws it down behind the end wall. Backhand attempt from Akerson. Akerson's got it in the corner, pinned up against the wall. The Elks move it forward. Now Balloon will get it out to the point for Dolly. Dolly fires a shot with some shin pads. The Elks try to move it through center ice. Emery Prosser back to grab it. 50 seconds remaining. 50 seconds remaining. Prosser fires on wide of the net. Comes out to the point. Dolly fires a shot off a defender in front. The Elks take it out through the neutral zone. 35 seconds remaining. Into that side. Shot deflected wide by Willa. Played centered. Defensive play by Barton. Peterson has it covered. Hey, she threw a punch. Roughing the call on all four of them. Should be 5-on-5. All right, 26 seconds remaining in the period. We've got Prosser, Balloon, Akerson, Wagner, and Barton out there for the Stars. Face off, pulled back. Peterson will cover it. Face off, pulled on the near side boards. The Elks step away with it. Now it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Pressure put on by the Stars. Big interference there. Elks will skate forward with it, bring it into the far side of the zone. Through one defender, through two, but Balloon finds the puck. Pucked off the side of the net, and that should do it for the period. And that'll end in a tie. Stars tie 3-3 with the Elk River Elks.